All right, welcome back. We're going to talk about 7 chords, not 7 different chords, but how to make 7 chords. This was the key for me to get better at music. Once I could wrap my head around the 7s, I started to enjoy harmony and find other harmony and look deeper. So I wrote a little story for us to help you remember why this happens. And what I'm really doing, I'm taking you through small to big harmony from a major direction, and then taking you back down through a minor direction, right? So you can feel it as major and as minor. Here we see a middle C root sprout into a proud major third, eventually adding another third, becoming a strong major triad. Think of these as like leaves on the plant, right? If the root was the root, stem, leaves. Add another third, and we have a beautiful C major 7. As time goes by, the 7 is flatted. We still have a strong dominant 7. Still a very strong sound. And those are our 2 big major 7 chords, right? Major 7 and dominant 7. Dominant because of the flat and the tritone, but major because it still has a major third, right? Major 7, dominant 7. The seasons grow colder. With growth, there is decay. Our original major third has wilted into a flat minor third, leaving us with, instead of a dominant 7, a minor 7. So I'm going to flat my third now. Welcome to the minor side now, right? Our C minor 7 grows weary and flattens its fifth into C minor 7 flat 5, also known as the half diminished, also known as that little circle. You may want to remember that. Half a pizza cut in half diminished. Half cookie, half diminished. So our minor 7 flats its 5. Welcome to jazz. That's where jazz chords come from. A truly sad chord with one last transformation. Our C half diminished flattens its already flat 7 again, leaving us with a double flat, leaving us with a C diminished 7, or the full diminished. Most important chord in music, believe it or not. Not the prettiest, but the most important. All that remains, if we lose that 7 on top, is a diminished triad, and then a minor third, and then our root. And that is the story of 7's, right? No one really taught me that. I just put them together and I said, okay, I need to remember all of these at once. And I came up with that beautiful little exercise. Here's what that sounds like in context. So that's our little story. I meant it when I said there is no major without minor. All of these 7 chords are just major, minor, and diminished triads mixed together. Look even deeper and you will see that even triads are half major and half minor. Dang, that's cool. And that's what I really do mean it up here. When I say stack thirds, I'm not even drawing attention to what kind of third they are. So like, excuse me. Let's look at, I shouldn't have used these triangles for the diminished. Here, I'm not representing major, I'm representing a triad, C diminished triad, E flat minor triad. So that's, I don't mean to confuse anyone who's a theory hog like that. That's how I wrote them, my bad. So yeah, like looking into a chord, let's take everyone knows C, right? Well, I bet you didn't know there's a little bit of minor in there, right? There's a little bit of E minor is already in there. That's a minor third because it's a whole step and a half step. So it's 1, 2, 3 tones. Whereas the bottom of this is 2 whole steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Well, 4 half steps up, 2 whole steps. So every major chord is major and minor, a little bit of it. And every minor chord is just the opposite. A little bit of a minor third, and a little bit of a major third. So remember, we can modulate those intervals, right? We can flatten stuff and usually get minor when you flat, usually. So here, on measure 4, we have a C major 7. Now this one is written correctly. If it's major, you can use the triangle. It's not a big deal. Just the other ones, I shouldn't have done that. I'm representing a triad. C major 7 is nothing more than C major and E minor. It's beautiful how it all mixes together. C7, C dominant, is no more than C major and E diminished. C minor 7 is no more than C minor with E flat major. C minor 7 flat 5. Learn it this way so you remember how to make it, right? Make a C minor 7, then flat the 5. But then learn to just call it the half diminished. It's easier. Is no more than a C diminished with an E flat minor. It's so interesting, right? To see all those shapes under there. And then our full diminished is no more than 2 little baby diminishes mixed together. This exercise is the one I was talking about. Really develop my understanding of chords. Most chords are neighbors connected by a half step. Focus on seeing the pattern. I would warm up with this every day while thinking of the chord's name. Major 7, major with an octave, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, minor 7 flat 5, C diminished 7, full diminished, and then push these two notes, push the flat 5 back to 6, you get C minor 6, push the flat 3 back to 3, and you'll get C6, or you can resolve right from the diminished into the C6, but I wanted to give you that extra minor chord for free too. If that was hard, I would rewind, maybe watch the video from the start again. Octave, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, flat 5, full diminished, minor 6, 6. You have to be able to do that in 12 keys. That's 12 times 8, right? That's just some of the chords. Okay, for you guys, we are labeling the key. So what key are we in? We have 1 sharp, sharp, step, S, S, F, F. I've also highlighted all the notes that can help you out. You need to make the organization in your brain. I can't do the work for you, okay? You have to make that connection. It's just half steps, guys. I just moved half steps. I got all those chords from half steps. Okay, so that's like the example one, right? And then by this point, we're at the end of the book, guys. I want you to be able to read this stuff. This is kind of ugly, right? Because it's an exercise, but it's the same thing I just showed you. There's 8 chords. This is a key. This is a key. Next one's a key. So we start on F, it looks like. It would be wise to remember the pattern. Say it out loud, okay? I just walked you through the key of F. D, major 7, gonna unsharp that, dominant 7, gonna unsharp that, minor 7. So the shape got kind of funny because of the key. It's saying, hey, you're playing a G sharp now, not an A flat. That's fine. Still flat in my book, right? We're still flatting something. D minor 7 flat 5, D full diminished, fix the 5, minor 6, fix the 3, major 6. Then we're going to the key of, there's 2 flats, and it's always the second to last one. Looks like we're in the key B flat. Octave, major 7, dominant, minor 7, minor 7 flat 5, full diminished, minor 6, major 6. Sorry, those ones are down there. Okay, by that point, if you're not sure, go review the pattern, right? It's right here. This is what we're doing. At that point, we need to label each chord, so get used to writing them. Here we can see that 2 chords of the same kind can work well together. This is measure 21. So a good example of that is gymnopody. Sorry. what's Eric saying there? He's saying G major 7, D major 7, G major 7, D major 7. So if you're not sure how to write a song, try 2 of the same. That should get you good results. C, F, C, C, major 7s. Now dominants. C, F, C, C. Now minor 7s. C, F, C, C. And then lastly, split chords give us 7s and chord split chords give us 7s and chord progressions you already like and sound. Sorry, I can't read my sentence. Okay, so yeah, when you split a chord, you'll actually receive a type of 7 usually. You'll get like a 7 chord out of it. And you can upgrade your chord progressions to make them sound even better, right? Using 7s. I think I was just missing a comma or something up there. So if I have F over D, right? F over D. Well, isn't that really just D minor 7, right? If I have E diminished with C's on the bottom, isn't that just C dominant, C7? And then if I have a basic progression, I could have upgraded that to something a little more flashy, to a C major 7, G major 7, C major 7, G major 7, A minor 7, F major 7. I think the comma goes right there. All right, that's it for that one. Go back to the story, review it, understand that they are all connected, okay? From that root. The name of the chord is everything. And then from there, you just add how many leaves and colors you want to put on top of it. Harmony is color, right? It's all the same thing to me. So just think on the mood. What kind of mood do you want? What layers do you want? You know, you're making the food, you're making the ingredients, so you stack it the way you want, design it the way you want. Just don't make it sound bad. It's really the only rule of music is don't sound bad. All right. Next, we will practice inversions.